Can you see how long my hair got? I got these stupid wings coming out. Pretty cool, right? Ladies. Welcome to Shadow Alley. On this channel, we talk about horror movies and silicone masks and lots of other creepy things. So if you're into that sort of stuff, feel free to subscribe and stick around. In today's video, I'm gonna do another silicone mask spotlight. I'm gonna show you in gory detail, excuse the pun, one of the masks in my creepy collection, and this one arguably is my favorite mask, or maybe at least the most important mask that I own, and I'm gonna show it to you and I'm gonna tell you why. So here we go. Okay, today's spotlight is, dun dun dun, I don't know why I did that. It's pretty stupid. The Ancient from Shattered Effects. I mean, right away you can just take a look at it and see why I loved it and it's so cool. It's kind of the thing that I like the most. I like zombies and I like vampires and I like werewolves and I like aliens, but really I like just grotesque monsters that you don't really know what they are. I don't want someone to look at it and go, oh, clearly that's a vampire. I mean, what is this thing? I have no idea. I actually wrote a movie where I was gonna use a character that was the Angel of Death. It was gonna have like big wings and a big cloak over its head, and I wanted it to look like kind of human-like, but not really, and this is what I bought for it, and that was years ago. I don't even remember when that was, to be honest with you. But this is arguably my favorite, or at least the most important mask, because it was the very first silicone mask that I bought. It started the whole collection. It started the idea, or planted the idea in my head, that I could actually make a horror film that looked reasonably good on film, or that looked reasonably convincing. Before that, I thought I could never write a horror movie. I could only do things like slasher movies where you're wearing like a Michael Myers mask or a Jason Voorhees mask, because I couldn't actually put a monster on video. But I found these silicone masks. I didn't even know they existed at that point. And I thought, well, those look pretty damn close to Hollywood-style practical monster effects. Maybe I can buy one of those and maybe I could actually pull off making horror movies or horror shorts, or maybe a full-length horror movie with a creature, and maybe these silicone masks would allow me to do that. So I bought it back then. I mean, again, this was years ago. This might have been, I don't know, quite a while ago. It was $499 plus shipping and handling, plus tax, plus a head form, so I'm guessing around $650, $700 I probably spent on this. And back then I wasn't making quite as much money either, and that was an astronomical amount of money to me, but I was hooked. I got it here, and just how realistic it felt and how realistic it worked. And when I took videos of it, and again, if you've seen any of the videos on my channel, you'll know that I've done horror lighting reviews using this as the model. I've done free green screen monster assets that you can download for free, all using this monster because it was my first one. And again, the reason I got it was because it was going to be an Angel of Death. That movie got scrapped, like 99% of all the other projects I come up with do. But I kept the mask because I loved it so much. And why do I love it so much? Again, because it's, I don't know what it is. It's not clearly a vampire. It's not clearly an alien. It's just some sort of monster, but still human-like enough that you could put it on a human body and it'll look really creepy and cool. And one other thing, again, when I'm putting these on video, the eye holes are a place that can make it look like a mask, and the mouth hole. The mouth looks really good on this, and you can see from all the other things I've done on this channel, and you can see when I do the detailed view of this, that the mouth looks really good, but they've done something interesting here and covered over the eyes. So there is no giveaway that it's a mask based on the eyes. And it's so dark in there that even with a tiny bit of lighting, you can completely blacken out the eye parts, but your actor can still see through it. So it was just the perfect type of thing for me to use, one, specifically for the movie that I was writing it for, but also I knew that a lot of these masks didn't look good around the eyes, and I wanted to make sure that if I was going to spend $650 or $700 on something, that it was going to look good on video. So I wanted to make sure that I eliminated one of the giveaways that it's a mask by getting something that has no eyes on it. And I just think the idea of a creature that has to see you in some other way other than the way we do it, through our eyes, was kind of a creepy and cool and monstrous idea. So I really loved it. The quality is great. The fit is great. I can't say enough wonderful things about this. I've used it so much that it's actually starting to wear a little bit in the corners of the mouth, but still, unless you're really zoomed in on it, you can't tell. So this thing has been through hell and back, excuse the pun again, and it still looks great, still functions well. I'll probably never get rid of it because it was what started all of this for me. So it's awesome. It's called The Ancient from Shattered Effects. And why don't we take a look under some really bright, harsh lighting and under some moody, more horror style lighting, what this thing actually looks like. So let's go take a look. Okay, like every other mask, it feels great. It's pretty thin silicone in all the right places. Since there are no eye holes, you don't have to worry about the silicone moving weirdly around the eye holes or whether or not the color matches. So if you have a gray mask like this and you had actual eye holes, your flesh toned eyes would be sticking out of a gray mask and that would look dumb. So anytime you wore a mask like this that was gray, you would have to paint your eyes gray so that it would match to the mask, and that's a little bit of a pain in the ass. Since this has this weird fleshy stuff over the eyes, you don't have to worry about that. So the mouth is the only giveaway point that it is a mask, and it looks pretty good here, and it moves really well, and it's wonderful, and I can't say enough great things about it, and it's very versatile. It can be used for lots of different things, from an alien to a monster to a demon to the Angel of Death, which is what I was going to use it for. So very cool. Love the way it looks, and if this isn't enough of a movement video for you, you can go ahead and take a look at a couple of different videos that I have on this channel where I'm using this mask. But let's go ahead and look at it with a little bit more of a horror lighting scenario. All right, so you can see that with a little bit of moody horror lighting, the way this thing should be lit, it's pretty much impossible to see into those eye holes, so you're never gonna have to worry about seeing your actor's actual eyes in there. And if that is a worry for you, if you're gonna have to put it really close to the camera and you're gonna have to use a lot of lighting, you can wear like fishnet, like black fishnet over your head, or a black balaclava, something over your head, so that if the camera does look into those tiny little eye slits, that you'll see nothing but black. You won't see the actual actor's eyes. And again, actually seeing the actor's eyes may be a part of it. Maybe the skin has grown over the eyes, but the eyes are actually in there. I don't know what the story is you're trying to tell with a mask, but you can see that by lighting it kind of in this horror style, and I say that in air quotes, it looks pretty realistic and pretty badass, and you could do a lot of really cool things with it. So there we go. Insanely awesome, right? One more time, this is the Ancient from Shattered Effects. This is the first silicone mask that I have ever purchased. It kind of started my love for silicone masks. It showed me that there was potential to make horror monsters on a low budget, much lower than actual Hollywood practical effects, to make horror movies on a lower budget, and that maybe I could actually pull it off. And it really started getting me back into filmmaking again once I found these things. So this is an important piece of history for me personally and for this channel. But even if you're not into all that cheesy stuff, it's really a cool mask too. It's a great product and I recommend it highly. So if you like this sort of video, please give it a thumbs up so that I know you like the content. If you hate it, give it a thumbs down so that I know. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, which I think 90-something odd % of the people, according to my analytics, that watch these videos are not subscribed, just subscribe for me, man. Come on, do it. Do it. Go ahead and subscribe and do all those things you're supposed to do to help support a channel, and I will see you in the next one.